you.
Do you think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do,
That's
absolutely.
your first stance when you speak with me?
Because you people on the left are crazy.
So
you're absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely.
Yeah, he looks so crazy. Look at him. I mean, the shoes with the Daisy Dukes and the shirt tucked in, like, that's only something white folks. But like, you know, he got the button down, he got the sunglasses, you know, nicely shaven. Yeah, he looks so crazy. Oh my God. If this is crazy to you, don't come to the city. Do not come to the city. If this is scary to you, stay inside of your house. When it comes to Republicans, and ever since Donald Trump stepped on the scene, it seems like they have crafted perfectly the victimhood mentality. Like they are the biggest snowflakes, the biggest crybabies, the biggest bitches you will find out there. No matter what it is, like it will go from topics of, you know, white people are under attack. Like they will find anything to claim that white people are under attack. And, you know, immigrants and all these brown people are taking our jobs and taking our schools and taking our, like, they never stopped and realized, like, maybe you're just a trash person. They're not taking your jobs. It's just you're a trash at your job and they just found somebody who could do it better. It's not always that deep. And then they will go to the point to where, like Nancy Mace, like we're going to watch, they will create their own situations to only play the victim. They never set the stage to where they're, you know, the one champion that won to save the day or something. It's always, look at me, I'm the victim, I got tears in my face and I was under attack. And they always want to play that role. When it comes to DEI, who is that only benefiting? Republicans, white Republicans. When it comes to critical race theory, white Republicans. When it comes to this whole woke thing, who is that protecting? The victim, white Republicans. And like we're going to watch, Nancy Mace, which I try not to pay attention because there's already a bunch of nut jobs in that party. Like I say, I need to protect my own my own mental health. And if I'm always following these crazy individuals, I'm only going to get that much more upset. So this is her moment to where once again, she gets to create her own situation to where she can show her Republican allies, like, look at me, I'm the victim. Hey, you can't make this stuff up. This content makes itself. But let's take a listen.
All right, so it was probably the biggest viral video of the weekend. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace posted this now infamous video online after a man who is allegedly one of her constituents confronted her while she was shopping. Take a look.
I love how he set it up like, you know, supposedly one of her constituents. Like, you think people are driving from across country just to ask what he's going to ask? I don't think people really got time like that. But let's look at this, you know, crazy foaming out the mouth, you know, person who's attacking her. You know, like it's not that. It can't be this guy. I'm pretty sure after the video rolls, a guy's gonna come around the corner looking like Frankenstein, just wanting to eat her face. Let's take a watch.
I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep going?
Are you gonna do any more this
Do you want
year?
to keep going and keep harassing me?
I'm asking if
You
you're
could
gonna
have
have any
gone
more
to a
town halls
dozen
this year.
town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a town
I've
hall
already
this year?
done one. I'll do
Are
plenty
you doing
more.
any more this year? It was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay, sweet. We'll look
And
out
by
for
the
an actual
way,
invitation
I
for the
voted
next
for
one.
gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do
so
with me?
I'm just saying, it has to everything to do with you.
Do you think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do,
That's
absolutely.
your first stance when you
Yep.
speak with me?
Because you
Anywhere that
people
you're
on the
going to
left
this year
are
or not?
crazy.
So I'm
You're
on the left.
absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely
You are.
crazy.
And get out of my face.
You're insane.
Goodbye.
You're insane. You're gonna me. You're
Yep.
gonna be voted
Bye.
out so fast this year. I
I'm
can't
not.
wait for you to
Not.
go into
I won
the
by
dirt.
so much.
You're a disgrace to this state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question, and you just to go on this tirade and tell me you.
Yeah, you.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
You. How about
Get out of my face.
You're nasty.
Try it. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Me?
Yep, I sure
The
did.
first thing you're saying to me is
Absolutely.
for asking you a
Get
question.
the out of my face.
You.
Now.
You.
Just a
I'm just as confused, Hannity. I know you're not going to look at that same video and have the same responses I'm going to have. But where's the big boogie man? Where's the overly aggressive, just in your face? And, I didn't feel like she was threatened at all. I mean, I wanted to let the whole video play. So let's kind of go back here.
this now infamous video online. Hey, take a look.
I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep
Are you
going?
gonna do any more this
So they start off, and I don't know what happened before, but let's just assume, because we don't have no video proof, that he did ask, are you having any more town hall meetings this year, 2025?
Do you want to keep going,
Are you
keep
gonna do it?
harassing me?
I'm asking if
You
you're
could
gonna
have
have any more
gone to
town
a
halls
dozen
this year.
town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a town
I've
hall
already
this year?
done one. I'll do
Are
plenty
you doing
more.
any more this year? It was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay.
Now, once again, I've been in, verbal confrontations like this, it's getting heated, but he simply said, I just wanted to ask a simple question. I don't know why she keeps going back of last year or the years before. He's simply asking, are you going to have any keyword more? Not, did you have some? Are you going to have some? So, I mean, if she really wanted to just stop the conversation, yes, I am. Check the website. Make sure you're there. Simple. That easy. But of course, it gets weird. But of course, this is her creating her own drama situation so she can cry and play the victim.
Wait, we'll look
And
out
by
for
the
an actual
way,
invitation
I
for the
voted
next
for
one.
gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do
so
with me?
I'm just
Where did that come from? And by the way, she needs to extend the conversation. If she was threatened for her life, wouldn't she kind of stop the conversation there and just keep going on about her business? But no, she had to. And by the way, I voted for gay marriage twice. What in the hell does that have to do with the question that he was asking you? If it was a black person, would you be like, and by the way, I'm a fan of Martin Luther King Jr. What? Is that all that you see when you see black people? No, what are you talking about? Why? But she said that on purpose to get a reaction so she can, there you go, play the victim. Come on.
saying it has to everything to do with you.
Do you think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
do,
That's
absolutely.
your first stance when you
Yep.
speak with me?
Because you people on the left are crazy.
So I'm
You're
on the left.
absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely.
Yeah, he looks so crazy. Look at him. I mean, the shoes with the Daisy Dukes and the shirt tucked in, that's only something white folks. But he got the button down, he got the sunglasses, nicely shaven. Yeah, he looks so crazy. Oh my God. If this is crazy to you, don't come to the city. Do not come to the city. If this is scary to you, stay inside of your house where you're nice and protected, okay? If you can't handle someone scary like that, then what are you doing outside? What are you doing in civilization? But of course, Republicans have the thinnest skin. They jump and clench their pearls over anyone. This right here is scary to you? Hey, congratulations.
You are, and get out of my face. Goodbye.
You're gonna me and you're
Yep,
gonna be voted
bye.
out so fast this year. I
I'm
can't
not.
wait for you to
I won by so much.
Oh, I hope
disgrace
so.
this state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question and you just to go on this tirade and tell me you.
Yeah, you.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
You. How about
Get out of my face. Try it. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
You say me?
Yep, I
That's
sure
the
did.
first thing you're gonna say to me is for asking
Absolutely.
you a
Get
question.
the out of my face.
You.
Now.
You.
And if she wants to be the first one to say F you, and now this is her opportunity to play the victim. Oh my God, I was fearful of my life, like my palms were sweating, and like I was just overcome with fear and anxiety. Oh my God, I haven't listened to this. This is going to be literally my first time hearing her reaction. And I swear to you, I'm not a betting man, but I would bet she's going to take zero accountability about anything. Like, she's not going to even say like, hey, I should have ended the conversation. I should have just walked away because I'm the bigger person. I am the one representing these people. I needed to keep my cool, and I didn't. She's not going to say nothing like that. She's going to probably say like, hey, I had to stick up for the Republican. I had to stick up for women. These crazy, radical leftists, wanted to attack me, but like I had to fight them off. Something like that. Watch. Come on.
Just a peaceful weekend afternoon going shopping, right? In a post on Facebook, the man in that video said in part that he won't apologize for speaking up or for publicly asking a politician to do her job. Here with her side of the story, Congresswoman.
Which is not illegal. That is not illegal. That's honestly, if you look back at history, that was a common thing. And that's actually what kept politicians faithful to their voters. Is because they know they have to go out there and see these same people every single day. That's what kind of kept them grounded to reality. But now, they move up into the high suburbs where, the gated fence and the gated fence have gated fences, and they never have to see the people that they're supposed to be representing. And that's her right here. But of course, hey, who cares about history, right?
Nancy Mace, Congresswoman. Well, apparently you've had a very eventful weekend. Apparently there's another video I was just told you might have put up, but let's go to this video in particular. What happened? What was going on behind the scenes? And how did the issue of gay rights come up in that conversation?
Well, right. I just wanted some face wash. That was it. I went to the store. I had a little bit of time to myself on Saturday afternoon, want to go shopping like I do. I'm a normal person. I do my own grocery shopping. And this guy approached me, and I will tell you, I felt threatened. I felt harassed. And I will tell you, as someone who's experienced trauma in her life, and a lot of women will.
Oh my gosh, shut up. I am sorry, but yes, I know true victims of sexual assault and things of that nature have real trauma, and when these type of real situations arise, yes, I get that. But no, I am sorry, but nobody with a brain cell seeing that believes you. And if they do, they're an idiot. That's simple. They are a pure effing idiot. You felt threatened by the guy with the Daisy Dukes who was standing like maybe 10 feet away from you the entire time, at least that you were recording, and he never approached you. He literally said, hey, and I'm going to stand back here. He never raised his voice. You're the one that said F you, and then he started repeating that after you said it. So who are you trying to trick here? Oh, I'm sorry. You're idiot voters. That's who you're tricking. But you're not tricking people who have 2 eyes and 2 ears and can compute simple information. I'm sorry. But hey, okay. Hey, let's continue.
Understand what I'm talking about when some guy gets in your face and approaches you in the aggressive manner that he did, and you feel like you're in danger. Instinctively, as women who've been through trauma, who've survived sexual assault, survived domestic abuse, you have 2 options. You can fight or you can flee. And Sean, I'm a fighter. And I've never stood back.
I'm a fighter, Sean. Like he was just like so overly aggressive, and like he just kept saying, I'm gonna stand back here, and like I didn't know what that meant. Like when he said stand back there, does that mean he's gonna stand here or stand 10 feet away? Like, I mean, it was just happening so quickly. Shut the hell up. Oh my God, the white women tears has been the plague of the world crumbling. Oh my God, ain't nothing worse than a white woman's tears. That will get people killed. And she knows how to weaponize that. Oh my God, I feared for my life. And then all the Republicans, we got to protect our women. We got to protect. Come on. I'm sorry. But you are not fooling me. That simple.
Back down from a fight. I will stand my ground like any strong woman should. And I will tell you, this was the third incident I had last week alone. The incidences of threats, the threat of violence, the people coming up and harassing me in public has increased exponentially over the last 6 months since I came out, standing up against the trans community, standing up against men in women's dresses. And I just had an event at the University of South Carolina about an hour ago. I wrapped it up, and a man in a dress picked up a potted plant and acted like he was going to throw it against me. I just posted that video on Twitter. You can follow it at Nancy Mace or nancymace.org. You can find it online. But my security team thought he was going to throw the plant at me because I used the word babe. He was offended by it. And then I used the word trans, and he was more offended by it. But the lunatics on the left, they're dangerous, and women need to stand up for themselves. And I was the first member of Congress to say,
hey, women need to stand up for themselves. Are you sure about that? Do you think Republican men will allow you to stand up for yourself? You can't choose what to do with your body. So you think you have the choice to stand up for yourself? Is that in your book of being a Republican woman? Do you have the rights to stand up for yourself? I mean, it's kind of weird that all of a sudden you're, standing up for women and, women's rights and, women shouldn't be fearful. They should fight back. But you voted and you support a man that has been accused of raping and sexually assaulting multiple women. A man who cheated on his pregnant wife with a porn star. That's the person you're supporting? I'm sorry. You're a fucking idiot. And nobody with the half a brain cell and a handful of common sense believes you. They see right through you. Oh my God, it just dawned on me. Like, who are you? You're an idiot. That's who you are. But let's continue.
I'm going to hold the line for women and girls everywhere. And since that time, the amount of aggression that I've had from mentally ill men, from men in dresses, from men approaching me in public, like this guy, this Daisy Dukes guy, the short shorts guy, just as I was trying to buy face wash. It's not okay. And condoning this kind of behavior is only going to lead to violence.
Or did anything happen prior to you start? It was not. What happened prior to that?
Well, he started up on me prior to this, and I fumbled. I tried to get my phone out as quick as I could, but I had a bag, and I tried to pull it out fast and start recording as much as I could. I've decided that I'm going to start recording these people in public. I probably don't have enough iPhone space on my phone, but I deal with this stuff day in and day out. This was the third incident I had last week alone. And the week before that, there was a man in Pennsylvania who was arrested from Butler, Pennsylvania.
Okay, we're talking about Daisy Dukes guy. Did he grab you by the arm? Did he say something threatening to you? Did he actually get into your face, into your personal space? Did he do that? And you just keep rambling about something that happened that has nothing to do with him. Or maybe, just maybe, this is some bullshit. which I think it is, but continue.
That threatened the president, President Trump. I was the only member of Congress. He threatened to put a bullet in my skull. Most of this stems from my position about protecting women and girls in private spaces. And inherently as a woman, when a man like this comes up to me and is aggressive in public or private, inherently I'm going to fight back. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to be a strong woman because I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Men like this, it's not okay. This kind of aggression is going to get someone hurt or worse. And it's not something I condone. I'll stand up and fight for every woman and girl everywhere.
We see those on the left that have been pro-Hamas, a designated terrorist organization. Some on the left, this obsession with Luigi Mangione, the alleged assassin of the United Healthcare CEO. We've seen domestic terrorism at Tesla dealerships against...
Oh my God, cry me a river. Is he just going to go... Okay, so obviously they're not going to tackle the situation at hand. If Hannity was actually doing his job, he would say, hey, Nancy, please be quiet. Answer my question. Did he approach you in an aggressive manner? What did he say to you that was over the line? Because it seems from your video, he was about 8 to 10 feet away from you. It wasn't yelling at you until you first said, F you. But no, they got to mix in some pro-Hamas. They got to mix in, hating Jewish people, blowing up Teslas or whatever the case. Like, no. But of course, like I told you guys, this only impresses the low IQ, paper-eating middle school dropouts. This is the only thing this is made for. And I'm pretty sure they're sitting in their mom's basement, with clothes that they've been sitting in for about a week, saying, go Nancy, Nancy Mace, you kind of look like a man, but, good job, stand up for women's rights or however much they have. I'm sorry, guys, but this is why I hate politics, because it's nothing but performative, and especially coming from Republicans. They don't ever want to talk about anything that's worth talking about, but yet fabricating these stories to try to make it seem like that's worth voting for. I'm sorry, but we need something more substantive. And you sitting here, crying these, snowflake tears is BS. I'm sorry. Hey, say what you want. That was pure BS. But of course, hey, thank you for watching. If you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or boom, boom, find me on Blue Sky so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.